Today, we're breaking down one of the most talked about brain mushrooms on the planet, lion's mane. You'll learn what the research actually says about memory, mood, and focus, plus the real risks and side effects nobody talks about. Stick around to the end, and I'll also share who should probably avoid lion's mane altogether. Lion's mane, or Hericium erinaceus, is a white, shaggy mushroom traditionally used in East Asian medicine to support overall health and cognition. Modern supplements usually come as powders, capsules, or liquid extracts made from the fruiting body or mycelium. Chemically, lion's mane is rich in compounds like hericium and erinaceus, which in lab and animal studies appear to stimulate nerve growth factor, a protein that helps neurons grow and survive. It also contains antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that may help protect brain cells from damage in animal models. Let's talk about the brain benefits everyone's chasing. A 2023 randomized placebo-controlled trial in healthy young adults found that a single dose of lion's mane improved performance speed on a cognitive test called the Stroop task 60 minutes after taking it, with a statistically significant effect. Over 28 days, the same study saw a trend toward reduced subjective stress, though results were modest and not all outcomes were positive. A 2025 review of human and animal studies concluded that lion's mane shows potential to enhance mood and cognitive function, particularly in middle-aged and older adults, but emphasized that existing clinical trials are small and short-term. Some small pilot studies in older adults with mild cognitive impairment reported improvements in memory scores over several weeks of supplementation. But researchers note that larger, longer trials are still needed. There's also early evidence that lion's mane can influence brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein linked to neuroplasticity and resilience of brain cells. However, organizations focused on brain health stress that these findings are preliminary, and there is currently no approved medical use for lion's mane to treat dementia or other brain diseases. Beyond cognition, animal and lab studies suggest lion's mane may help with nerve regeneration, potentially supporting recovery after nerve injury. There are also experimental findings that lion's mane extracts can lower blood sugar and improve insulin levels in diabetic rodents, hinting at possible metabolic benefits. Some human pilot data and early trials have reported improvements in depression and anxiety scores after several weeks of lion's mane supplementation, especially in adults with overweight or menopausal women. But again, these studies are small. A 2025 nutrition study summarized that lion's mane may positively impact both mood and cognitive function, but rated the overall evidence as limited and mixed at this stage. So, big picture, lion's mane is promising, but the science is still catching up to the hype, and most claims are based on small human trials plus animal data, not large-scale clinical evidence. In studies, doses have varied widely, but many trials use the equivalent of 500 to 3,000 milligrams per day of lion's mane extract over several weeks. Supplements are sold as fruiting body extracts, mycelium-based products, or blends. Quality and active compound content can vary a lot between brands. Some trials using standardized extracts reported measurable changes in mood, stress, or cognitive performance after around 4 weeks of daily use, not overnight miracles. Experts recommend focusing on products that clearly state the mushroom species, part used, extraction method, and ideally third-party testing, while recognizing that the supplement industry is not tightly regulated. Now for the part most people skip, risks and safety. Major cancer centers note that lion's mane is generally well tolerated when used as food or tea, but supplements can still cause side effects. Commonly reported issues include mild gastrointestinal discomfort like bloating, nausea, or loose stools, especially when people start at higher doses. Allergic reactions are a key concern. Case reports and clinical summaries describe symptoms like skin rash, itching, hives, and respiratory problems, and in rare cases, more serious reactions that resemble anaphylaxis. People with existing mushroom allergies, asthma, or strong allergic histories may have a higher risk and are often advised to avoid lion's mane or only try it under medical supervision. There are also some theoretical and emerging concerns. Some sources mention possible effects on blood clotting, so caution is advised if you're on blood thinners or antiplatelet medications. Because lion's mane may influence blood sugar, people taking diabetes medications should monitor glucose closely and consult their healthcare provider. Safety data in pregnancy, breastfeeding, and children is lacking, so major medical centers recommend avoiding supplements in these groups unless a doctor specifically approves it. Large organizations focused on brain health emphasize that long-term safety data is limited, and we do not yet know the effects of using lion's mane supplements for many months or years. So, who might reasonably consider lion's mane? Based on current research, it may be of interest to healthy adults looking to support cognitive performance, stress management, or healthy aging who are not pregnant, breastfeeding, or on complex medication regimens, and who have discussed it with their clinician. On the other hand, you should avoid or be very cautious with lion's mane if you have a known mushroom allergy, asthma, or strong allergic tendencies, are pregnant, breastfeeding, or giving it to children, take blood thinners or multiple medications that affect blood sugar or the immune system. And remember, current evidence suggests possible benefits, but lion's mane is not a cure for dementia, depression, or any medical condition, and no lion's mane product is approved to treat disease. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like so more people can see evidence-based info instead of just hype. Comment below if you've tried lion's mane. Did you notice a difference in your focus or mood? And subscribe to Health Bennies because in the next episodes we're going deeper into other brain-boosting herbs, adaptogens, and mushrooms.